check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello everybody, Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show, and today is podcast episode 283. We have 5 questions sent in, and remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. You can jump on the site and use the little speak thing on the right-hand side. Send us it that way. You can use the contact us part of the site. You can do it that way. We just need your questions to help out. And remember, if you need help in real estate investing, check out our gold coaching program. It is currently, prices are going to go up this month. It is currently $247 per month for 6 months, or a one-time fee for 6 months of $1197. Currently, we're doing about 50 classes a month. Those are live classes, of which I teach a bunch. Some of them Gabriel teaches, some of them Jimmy teaches, some of them Gabriel Jr. teaches, and depending on what the topic is, from CRM management to negotiation, marketing, seller finance, sub-2 finance. We have a Q&A day. We have a special topic day. Today was fun. We had a try to stump Mike day. So people were bringing me questions and trying to stump me as if they were sellers, and giving me their objection and see if I can handle it. That's always fun. But and then we have weekly role playing almost every day of the week. It's always encouraging and useful. So then when you do get with a seller, either over the phone or in person, you absolutely know what to do and what to say. So we do 50 of those a month. We have a complete CRM system that you can use. We have a call center that you can utilize, which is really cool. That means answering your phones for you, doing the callbacks at 1530, 1690, send out 29 emails, following up with the sellers that give us their email address. I mean, this is a pretty robust system. Of course, we have a bunch of audios, videos, forms, and more forms. So jump on the coaching program if, in fact, you need help there. Here we go. Question number 1. If the amount the seller is asking for works for me, should I still ask to see a proof of what is owed? Well, you're going to want to know that because in some occasions they'll owe more than what they're asking, and you want to make sure that they understand they have to bring to the table the difference. The reality is that you're going to get a preliminary title report, and then on that preliminary title report, they're going to show the voluntary and involuntary liens against the property. That is the mortgages, mechanics liens, any tax issues or child support issues against the person themselves. And then your closing company is going to order beneficiary statements, payoff demands, basically, and they'll tell you kind of what's owed, what's not owed. But I always like knowing in advance. And as an example of that, I bought a house from a couple, and the she part of the couple had a Homeland Security lien against her for millions of dollars. And I sure would have liked to have known that before I went through escrow and lost the opportunity to buy and spent all the time and resource thinking I was going to have a house to buy. Would have, in fact, there was no way they could sell because of those Homeland Security lien. So anyway, it's always fun to know what the balance is. Is it important? Not 100%. So if you feel like you don't need to know, I don't know why you would, but if you feel that way, don't get one. But wait, do get a preliminary title report, do get a title policy, have those things done on your behalf, and fall forward. Question number 2. In the script, we always stress that we pay off the mortgage. Do we actually need to do that? And it's always benefit to doing so. And the script never says to pay off the mortgage. What the script says is, what amount of money were you hoping to put in your pocket? What we call the walkaway money. After we take care of any mortgage balance there might be, how much walkaway money were you hoping to walk away with? So the key component there, and the words there are take care of. That is not pay off, because at some point, I'm going to introduce seller financing with sub-2, and if there's a case for that, I could introduce just sub-2 financing, or I could do cash and sub-2. I could do cash seller financing and sub-2. So I don't ever talk about paying it off. I always talk about taking care of it. Good question.
Letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. Is there any chance of negotiating or arguing the lien put in place by a subcontractor once I buy the property? I believe I've heard of a law that disallows someone to sue on behalf of someone else, as in Peter can't sue Rob for wronging Paul. What is your experience in negotiating liens in general? Yeah, liens are easy to negotiate, and the thing is check your areas. The code and the time frame for those liens. If it's a mechanics lien, they only have so many months to either initiate foreclosure or that mechanics lien falls off. And although they could stay there forever, kind of thing, they're on the public records forever, doesn't mean they're enforceable. But let's assume for a second it is enforceable, and you're buying a piece of property, and you're paying 65 cents on the dollar. That means there's 35 cents left. Well, your 35 cents that you see, someone else won't see that, most likely. So you go to the lien and you say, hey, you have a $5,000 mechanics lien. I'll give you $1,000 for it. But don't negotiate the payoff today. Negotiate the payoff sometime in the future. Make payments on it. Make it a one-time installment sell in so many months kind of thing. Or not installment sell, but one-time payment in so many months. But don't do it today unless you have to. But, I mean, they're not been collecting already, so any money that you've promised them in the future is better than zero, especially if their lien's expired. If their lien hasn't expired, maybe they'll discount it heavily for cash today. But at least try. I mean, if you don't try, you have the same answer. It's if they turned you down. So, absolutely, negotiate. Question number 4. We are beginning to hire more phone girls to do the outbound phone calls. One of our concerns is making sure that the employees don't steal our data to do their own deals. Do you give them or have them sign any privacy paperwork, a non-disclosure agreement, anything like that? In your opinion, what's the best way to minimize this from happening? Well, that's a unfortunate question, because I think that, gosh, how do I put this the correct way? I believe in 2 concepts of life. Probably more than 2, but I'll share 2 right now. First one is, there's nothing, and a good friend of mine shared with me years ago, there's nothing learned from the second kick of the mule. Basically what that means, you walk behind the mule the second time and they kick you in the head, you didn't learn anything from the first time you walked behind that mule and they kicked you in the head. So if you don't learn the first time, there's nothing you're going to ever learn. Because if you just were hit upside the head with the hoof of a mule, you didn't learn anything. Not going to learn anything. So if someone does something negative to you, don't let them do it twice. If you do, you didn't learn anything. And then the second concept of life I like to live by is prosperity and abundance. In reality, you can never lose anything. No one can ever take anything from you. We're just sharing it. We get to hold on to it while we're holding on to it. And if you believe in prosperity and abundance, that you'll never run out. If you keep trekking forward on a positive note, you'll always win. Always win. And sometimes you have to give away to win more, to get more. So train your people how to be successful as they're helping you become successful. Give them opportunity to buy some of those houses that you're having the opportunity to buy because of them. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. When you have that attitude where you're going to make the people around you better for what they do for you, you can't lose anything. You're just going to get better. Just absolutely going to get better. Try it sometimes. Go to your staff that you've had for a while now, and go to the staff and say, hey, anybody in the room want to buy one of the next house, you can buy it. Here's the policy we have. After 10 houses a month, anybody that wants to buy a house can buy it for just a itty bitty more than the contract that I bought it for. I want to cover my cost of getting the opportunity, but If they want to, 11th house a month, they can buy it. They can't sandbag, they can't pick it. We put the houses in the bag and they grab one out and say, oh, there it is. There's my house. Darn, I was hoping for another one, but that's theirs. Because if all the houses, all the deals mean the same, they're all equal. Nothing different. Just different location, different address. But it still means profitability for them. Teach your people. Do that for your people. Man, see, I hope, like yesterday, we catered for the entire staff. We had like 30. We got 30 people here now, maybe more now. Gosh. So once a week, I try to get stuff catered, do lunch for the staff. I want my staff and the people that I work with to want to come work with me. So many people die on Mondays because they're so stressed and so unhappy about going to work after a weekend. I don't want that to happen in my life. I don't want that to happen in people's lives that work with me. I want to give them the ability to prosper, succeed. If someone wants to leave me to go do something better, if someone wants to leave me and become an investor, I'm not going to be unhappy. I'm not going to be jealous. I'm not going to feel like they're taking my systems and my stuff. No, they can't take anything from me. Man, I can only give stuff to them. I can only set them free by giving them the ability to soar with me. Because, man, if you act like a duck, you can't fly with the eagles. Got to let everybody be eagles. Just my personal opinion. Next question number 5. How do you manage showings if there's someone still living there? Also, if you get an offer before you close, what do you tell that person? More or less. I think we answered this once before, but I'll take another shot at it. We manage showings much like an inspection, so we're going to write offers subject to our interior inspection and put a bunch of pictures on the MLS listing. So we're going to accept offers or get offers that are presented to us. We accept one, the offer that we accept, then make an appointment to show that house to that buyer. Because our buyers, they don't care what the house looks like. They don't care if the garage is on the right side or the left side. They don't care if it's a split wing or it's not a split wing. They don't care this or they don't care that. They're investors. They're cash buyers. This is an investment opportunity. And those pictures, paint 1,000 words. So we can do a lot and then subject to interior inspections. And you make your offer contingent upon your successful close and obtaining title on your offer, on your purchase. So you get an offer in and you always counter it back, the one you want to accept, subject to seller obtaining transferable title. Because you don't want to get into a resale agreement with someone and then all of a sudden can't buy your house because the seller had a lien that no one told you about, but you're still obligated to sell it to your buyer. So you want to be able to have a contingency clause there, which makes sense. Well, some of this stuff you don't worry about it. It'll all work itself out. Get into the coaching program. Will help. I enjoy these things, guys and gals. If you enjoy them too, jump on up to iTunes, give us some ratings and reviews. I like both of them. Some people just give us rankings, and then I go, what do they think? But they don't say, so I like rankings and reviews. So I'd appreciate it. Until next time, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.